What is going on, Coach Launchers? Hope you're doing fantastic. I also hope you can hear me. Let's check it out and see if you can. All right, if you can hear me, let me know. Hope you're doing fantastic. Hope you had a great weekend. It's Tuesday. I only know that because when I woke up this morning, my calendar told me it was Tuesday. And so I started doing the things that my calendar said because it's Tuesday. Sean, thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. Good morning to you, sir. Good morning to you. There's a thing that people do, and it honestly, it just boggles my mind and drives me crazy. Okay. Yes, you need to engage with people. Your messaging needs to be down so that you resonate with people. You've got to post on your personal profile as a leader so that people know that you can actually help them. But if you're doing this thing, when you're engaging, that continued engagement, we call it conversation, and it happens on Facebook, it happens in Messenger. I was at a conference this weekend, so it just happened in the hallways, it happened in between speakers, it happened at dinner, it happened in the evening, where you're literally just having conversations. That's what I was doing at this conference all weekend. But when you're doing it on Facebook, there's this thing people do, and if you're in this group and you can hear my voice, I want you to stop doing it. Just stop doing it. And that is sending messages to people that have not added you as a friend. Stop doing that. Stop sending messages to people who haven't added you as a friend. That would be like walking up to a stranger in a coffee shop and pulling them into the bathroom for a private conversation. It'd be like being in a conference and taking somebody by the arm and trying to pull them into a hallway to have a conversation. If you haven't met them, if they haven't added you as a friend, you have not earned the right to talk with them. You have not earned the right to share what you do. I have at least 25 messages I have not replied to from people who are not friends with me on Facebook in Messenger. And I'll tell you how they all go. Hey, Bradley, I was looking at your profile and saw that you're an executive coach, blah, 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 blah. So I think I might be able to help you. That's just lazy. That's just lazy. Interact with people. And when you interact with them, then add them. And if they accept that friend request, then you have earned a right to say hello. You haven't earned the right yet to say, I think I can help you, because you don't know. You just don't know. That's why we ask questions. That's why we have a conversation. That's why we build trust. That's why we build relationships. A relationship, by definition, requires two people talking with each other, not one person talking at another person. Does this make sense? Let me know if this makes sense for you. If you are cold messaging people on Facebook, stop. You'll get a reputation immediately. This will not be sustainable. This is one of the reasons why people hate LinkedIn. Right? So don't do it on Facebook. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? If you're messaging people that you are not friends with, you're doing it wrong, according to me. There are other people that will tell you do that all day long. Don't. Not when you can do it so much more effectively. If you do natural enrollment right, by the time you get into a conversation, the person that you're speaking with actually wants to be in a conversation with you. You don't have to wonder. It makes it 10 times more effective. When you get your messaging down, here's why people don't do it, because it's a lot of work. It requires work to get inside the head and heart of your potential client. It requires work to write your content and have your messaging resonate with them, where they go, oh, they totally get me. And then they look at your profile and they're like, this person knows what they're talking about. You say, after you've added that person as a friend and they've accepted it, then you can say, hey, nice to meet you. And then you better have some really good questions after that. Right? You better have some really good questions after that. Otherwise, what's the point? If you can't do that work, if you're not willing to do that work, I question your ability to go all out for the people who are your clients. Does that make sense? Melissa says, perfect sense, love it. Yes, I think you get this, Melissa. I'm really curious how things are going. I haven't talked to you in a while. Would love to hear how you're doing. I know you're always on cruises. That's probably not accurate. You're probably not always on cruises. It just looks like it. Very cool. So stop doing this. Stop reaching out in Messenger to people that you are not friends with yet. Do the work to get the engagement so that you can add them as a friend, so that you can actually long-term sustainably help them and more people just like them. Otherwise, you end up like the 25 people who I am not. Of course I remember you, Melissa. Of course I do. I remember, whoops, I spilled my coffee, my cappuccino. I remember exactly what you were trying to do. And I remember some of the challenges that you were looking at there. And I know you're really good at what you train your people to do. That's pretty obvious just from looking at your profile. What the good work means. Yeah, the good work. So for me, Adam, it's this. The good work is getting inside the head and the heart of your potential client, like just doing that work. You know this. I know you're good at this part, Adam. You're getting inside their head. You're getting inside their heart. You're answering the kind of questions about what keeps them up at night. You know, what are they daydreaming about when they're staring out the window at work? What mistakes are they making? What do they regret already in life? What is the dream that they want? So that when you then work it into your messaging, your content, you're working in your content on your profile or on your business page. If you're a new coach, I suggest profile. Adam, you're so far along, certainly your business page and in any ads that you're running, if you're running ads, so that you do that good work and they will engage with you. They will like your content. They will share your content. They will comment on your content. And once they've done that, then it's like an invitation to like, should we get to know each other better? Add them as a friend and see. If you add somebody as a friend, this is for everybody. If you add somebody as a friend and they don't accept your friend request, don't message them. That's just desperate. Hey, I know I sent you a friend request and you didn't accept it, but I think we could really connect. That's creepy, right? Patrick says, I tried a new CTA over the past 2 days, booked 2 conversations already, having a conversation. Awesome, Patrick. All my CTAs happen in conversation. Rarely, you will see it from time to time in this group. You will see me do a CTA. I don't do it often. It's a call to action. I'm glad that's working for you, though. Adam, thanks, man. I'm looking forward to chatting with you. My daughter is feeling great today, by the way, which I'm pretty stoked about. She was pretty sick. So thanks for rescheduling with me, Adam. Appreciate it. So yeah, just review quickly one more time. Stop messaging people on Facebook if you aren't friends with them already. Stop doing it. Patrick, that's a really good question. I don't use a CTA because I would much rather get into a conversation with somebody and build trust before that CTA. Now, especially for new coaches, I think this is the way to go. There are some times when I will do a CTA, There are some times when I will do a CTA, usually on my business page. In fact, I do them all the time on my business page, right? But not from my personal page. And the ones I do from my business page, I'm running ads to them. That doesn't mean I've stopped doing natural enrollment method. I keep doing natural enrollment method. Ads can be goofy. It just can be. So I continually use the natural enrollment method. But it's just, I've made it a part of who I am. I did not like doing it at first. But what you like and what I like is irrelevant. When it comes to building a business, what you like, on some levels, it's irrelevant. There are things you need to do. If you don't like tracking your finances, you're in for a world of pain. You're in for a world of pain. Do it anyways. What you like, what you don't like, what I like, what I don't like, doesn't. Patrick, yeah. Anyone who interacts with you anywhere on Facebook, add them as a friend. And it's up to them. If they want to accept your friend request, they can. If your content is resonating with them, most likely they will. If you're adding massive value everywhere you go, most likely they will add you as a friend. And then yeah, I just say thank you for connecting. I appreciate it. I can't help everybody, and I don't want to. There are very specific people that I help. So there are questions I need to ask to find out if I can help them. And I know so many coaches that if I'm asking questions and I run across somebody who has a very specific need, I know exactly what I know. Hey, you need to talk to Jimmy Fisher. That's what I would say. I've said that so many times. Talk to Jim Fisher, talk to Nick Peterson, talk to Tony Banta, talk to Peter Fermetti, talk to Janet Clark, talk to Mallory Nicole. You need to talk to Kim Brewer-Goff. That's when you're asking those questions in Messenger, really wanting to know who they are and what they need, you get to help them on so many different levels. All right, I've got a call in 4 minutes. I'm getting on the phone, and guess what? I'm going to ask a bunch of questions. You're all awesome. You're all awesome. Have a great, great afternoon. I probably will go live a little bit later, and we will see you then.